Hello Year 2 and welcome to our next English lesson. So this morning is very exciting as we are going to begin publishing our final piece of instructions on how to make a boat that floats. So today, the date is Wednesday the 13th of January 2021 and the learning objective is Write to Explain. So please pause the video here and write the date and learning objective in your book. Well done, Year 2. So today we're going to talk about the thinking boxes to success in a little bit more detail, just to refresh our memories. So starting in the centre of it all. So our purpose is to explain how to do something. So we need to be really clear with our descriptions so that our audience can follow the steps really easily. The audience is your choice, so I suggest choosing somebody that you would love to share your writing with. Of course, you're going to upload it to Class Dojo, so I get the joys of reading it. But perhaps think about a friend or a family member that you can either phone and share your instructions with or send a picture, and decide that before you start writing, as you'll have in mind who you're going to be sharing it with, and I'm sure that'll be really exciting. I'd love to hear about who you share it with and perhaps the feedback that they give you. We zoom out into the next box, we see the key features of instructions. So writing in the present tense, so writing in the now. Instructions must have a title, an introduction, and what you need. They are going to be the particular key features that we are focusing on today. And then tomorrow, we will be thinking about writing what you do and the top tips. So we're breaking down our final piece of writing spread out across 2 days to give us the time that we need to really think carefully about our word choices and making it the best we possibly can. And then if we zoom out to our grammar, we of course been practicing trying and using commas in a list and compound sentences. We're also going to be using imperative verbs. Okay, so they are the words which are telling the reader what to do. Okay, so they are creating a command, and time conjunctions to sequence the events in order. Now, we've also obviously got adverbs, which we haven't really spoken about much together, so that's why I've called it a challenge. If you really want to challenge yourself and add detail to the imperative verbs and how they are happening, you can use adverbs. So I'd really encourage you to try and include those. So they're going to be our thinking boxes to success, and it'll be great to display these as you're writing as a really helpful tool and a checklist to look for those things that you're going to include. Okay, so usually we would do a model to shared write and we'd build up an example together. Of course, a modelled write on something different to what you're going to go and write. So we're coming back to how to make a sandwich. And because we're not together, unfortunately, it's going to be me doing a modelled write, sharing my thinking aloud with you. So make sure those listening ears are on, and it'd be great to have you with me as we go through this together. So as you can see here, I've got the pictures of what I need. You don't need to draw these pictures when it comes to you writing your own. The reason they are there is because I recommend really going back to your story map that you did at the start of this sequence to help you. So that's my story map that's going to help me think about what I need and to go from there. Okay, so what's the first thing that we need when writing our instructions? What's that first key feature that we're going to use? Please pause the video here and share your thoughts at home or in the classroom. Well done. So we need to have a title first of all, which shares what the instructions are all about. So I'm going to write the title in the middle. If you have a ruler at home, you may choose to underline this, but please don't worry if not. So I'm sharing with you an example on how to make a sandwich. I've written that in the centre. Brilliant. Okay. Once we've written the title, what key feature do you think comes next? Please pause the video here and share your thoughts. Well done. So some of you might have said, oh, we need to go on to what you need, as that's what we've particularly focused on. I'm going to share with you how to write an introduction. So the purpose of an introduction is similar to a blurb a little bit on the back of a book. It's just sharing a bit more detail and information on what your instructions are going to explain. And we really want to hook the reader's attention. So we're going to start, first of all, with using a question. And it'd be really great if you could do this too. So I'm thinking of hooking the audience. I want to get them thinking and invite them in to read my instructions. So because it's about how to make a sandwich, I'm going to begin with the question. Have you been wondering what to make for lunch? Okay, so that's my question. Oh, what do I need to use for punctuation if that's a question? I think it might be a full stop. Oh, year two, you're right. You need to use a, what's it called again? A question mark. Brilliant. Have you been wondering what to make for lunch? Brilliant. I'm not expecting an answer to this one. So this is what we call a rhetorical question. Brilliant. Okay, so next, I'm going to start with the words if so. If so, don't worry. Full stop. Brilliant. Should we read that through together? Have you been wondering what to make for lunch? If so, don't worry. Brilliant. So next I'm going to say help is at hand. I'm going to use an exclamation mark there. Help is at hand. Okay, so why might someone want to learn how to make a sandwich? I'm trying to think about why a sandwich might be a good choice. Okay, so I'm going to share that detail with the audience, again, because I want to hook them in to reading these instructions and I want them to feel like they want to read more. So that means I want to encourage them to want to make a sandwich. So sandwiches are a popular choice. I will need to use coordinating conjunctions, and I know that's on the thinking boxes to success. I know there's a coordinating conjunction that acts in a really similar place to the subordinating conjunction because, can you remember which coordinating conjunction has a very similar meaning? Please pause the video here and share your thoughts. Well done. So the coordinating conjunction for acts in a very similar place to the word because. So sandwiches are a popular choice for, what do you think? Why do you think sandwiches are a popular choice for lunch? Pause the video here and have a conversation. Well done. I would have loved to have heard your thoughts, year two, so well done for sharing them. So I'm going to go with my thoughts here. So sandwiches are a popular choice for they contribute towards making healthy, balanced, and nutritious at lunch. So I'm thinking that the audience I'm writing this for might be somebody who makes packed lunches every week and they're thinking about what they should be taking to either school or to work. Okay, brilliant. Should we read what we've written together and read it through together so far? So let's start from the title this time. Let's go. How to make a sandwich. Have you been wondering what to make for lunch? If so, don't worry, help is at hand. Sandwiches are a popular choice for they contribute towards making a healthy, balanced and nutritious packed lunch. Well done, year two. Thank you for joining in with me. I'm just going to finish the introduction here by asking them to read the instructions. So read these instructions. What coordinating conjunction can I use to join together another idea to share what they're going to gain from reading these instructions? Well done, Year 2. I'm going to use the coordinating conjunction and to join the first main clause with another main clause. So read these instructions and soon you will be able to enjoy a sandwich. I'm just thinking, how can I improve that, Year 2? So I know when I described the packed lunch, I described it as being healthy, balanced, and nutritious. I'm wondering how I can describe the sandwich. What word would you use to describe a sandwich? So think about using an adjective before the noun. Well done, Year 2. So I'm thinking of using the word delicious. That makes me think I'd want to eat it if it's delicious. Brilliant. Okay, so I'm just going to read through the introduction to you and I want you to listen really carefully, okay? How to make a sandwich. Have you been wondering what to make for lunch? If so, don't worry, help is at hand. Sandwiches are a popular choice for they contribute towards making a healthy, balanced and nutritious packed lunch. Read these instructions and soon you'll be able to enjoy a delicious sandwich. Brilliant. Thank you for your help, Year 2. It's really important that we read through our writing. And as you know, Year 2, when we do a model or shared write together, we often find that Miss Heard has missed out a word. So it's really important that we do read through our writing and check, are any words missing? Can we improve any spelling? And think about where we can make other improvements. So like we did here with the sandwich, we add an adjective before the noun to add more detail for the reader. Brilliant. Okay, what do you think is our next key feature when writing instructions? So far, we have written the title and the introduction. So what's the next key feature that we're going to be focusing on today? Pause the video here and share your ideas. Well done, Year 2. So the next key feature that we need to include is what you need. So I'm going to turn onto a new clean page now so that we've got some space. So how are we going to share with the reader that that is what we are writing? What do we need? Well done. We need the heading that says what you need. So I'm just going to get my cursive handwriting ready to model that to you. It's really important that we take our time with our handwriting today, making sure that we publish our instructions as beautifully as we can. So, what you need. Brilliant. I'm going to start a new line underneath for the list of what we need. So, what grammar skill are we going to be particularly focusing on using here? I know in the classroom previously we've used bullet points to write a list, but today we're going to be thinking about using a different skill. What's that skill going to be? Well done, commas in a list. I wonder if you could pause the video here and share how we use commas in a list. Brilliant, well done, Year 2. So we need to use commas to separate every item in the list, except for what do we use between the last two items in the list? Well done, we use the word and. Brilliant. Okay, so I'm going to look at the pictures here and I recommend you to look at your story map to help you. So what you need, you can see a picture of a chopping board. How can I improve that? What could I add? Who can remember the material of the chopping board? Brilliant. A wooden chopping board. Fantastic. So when writing your list, again, think about how can you add adjectives to the nouns to add detail for the reader. So a wooden chopping board. Ooh, bread. Interesting. I'm looking at it and I think it looks quite soft. I know I called it freshly baked bread before, but today I think I might go for soft bread. Butter. Red Leicester cheese. I'm going to be precise in describing the type of cheese it is. Red Leicester cheese. Oh, I put Rec Leicester. Gone back and checked. That's why it's so important we do that. Okay, what do we think so far? What you need: a wooden chopping board, comma, soft bread, comma, butter, red Leicester cheese. Oh, year two, you caught me out again. You're so helpful. You're right, I need a comma after butter to separate that item with the red Leicester cheese slices. Brilliant. Okay, so I'm going to use a comma again to separate the red Leicester cheese slices with a plate. Ooh, I notice I only have one more item. So what do I need to use next? Well done. I'm going to use the word and between the last two items in the list. Fantastic. Okay, so what you need: wooden chopping board, comma, soft bread, comma, butter, comma, red Leicester cheese slices, comma, a plate and a knife. Fantastic. So today, year two, what you're going to do is publish the beginning of your instructions, focusing on the following key features only: the title, the introduction, and what you need. I'd really encourage you to return to the thinking boxes to success as a helpful tool. So for example, looking at the list of coordinating conjunctions as a word bank to help you. It's also a great memory jogger and a reminder of the skills that we want to be including. So for example, commas in a list. We need to be proving that skill as well today. As you can see here at the top of your screen, there is a must not forget box. So capital letters are full stops, are commas when using commas in a list. And you may find that in your introduction, you use a question mark if you ask the audience a question and an exclamation mark. And it's really important that even whilst working at home, that we take great pride in the way that we present our work and make sure that we really focus on our cursive and joined handwriting, making sure it's a consistent style throughout our writing, okay? And I'm really looking forward to reading it. So on your screen to help you, in addition to the thinking boxes to success, you may choose to pause your screen on this slide here. So here you will see the writing structure. You might find this a helpful tool to look at as you're writing. So you can see here the title, so how to make a boat that floats. And then you could start your introduction with a question, either starting with have you or are you? And then if so, help, read these, and you can fill in the blanks, okay? That's just there as a helpful tool. You may choose to not follow that, and that's absolutely fine. And in the next key feature, you can see the heading, what you need, okay? So that's there if that's helpful for you to use today. So year two, I am so excited to be reading your writing over the next couple of days. Please make sure you choose another audience who you choose to share your writing with, as I think that's really important. But well done, year two. Have fun publishing and writing up your final instructions. And I really look forward to having a look. Well done, year two.